people here says user is Bill. Are you online right now? Okay, Bill joining. Hi, Bill.
Hey, good morning, Amir.
Hi, how are you doing, Bill?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. Great to have you here. I really appreciate that. I know you are very busy and sorry about bothering you in the morning of a Saturday. Really apologize for that.
No. Actually, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here.
Fantastic.
And interact with many of our very smart kids around the world. Very excited.
Fantastic, great. So, Bill, thanks a lot. So let me just give you a little bit overview. So the kids right now are in their sessions. They have agile sessions that right now they work for 15 minutes together. The companies and the startups, and then they're joining. We only let those that they're presenting to come here, and the other ones go on the YouTube streaming. Okay. So that's the way it works. And what we'll do is we'll have a few of the companies presenting, and would be great to have your inputs and kind of some QA between you and them after each of the presentations. Then we go into a general, if you have some comments, 5-10 minutes, just give them some overview and directions that they're doing, how can they make it better, and then at the end we'll have some QA.
Sounds great. Very
so
clear.
How about we start with you give a little bit background of yourself, and the kids are very excited. They know you're a legend on making this, running all the decisions that Meta is doing, trillions of them a day. And you're running all those infrastructure. But if you can give a little bit background of yourself first, really appreciate that. Go ahead, please.
Sure. Thank you, Amir. Yeah, quickly about myself. I won't spend too much time. I was born in China many years ago. I was educated in China, learned a lot of knowledge in China. Then I briefly went to Singapore for about 4 years, did my graduate school. And after Singapore, I came to the United States and I did another graduate school at the United States. Then after my graduation, I joined Microsoft and worked at Microsoft for 3-4 years. And after Microsoft, in 2009, I joined Facebook. So I have working at Facebook for 12 years. And at Facebook, I'm involved in a number of different things, building our data center and networking, and also help to design our hardware computer servers, try to grow our users. And then lately, I'm responsible for all the data, how to log data, how to analyze data, how to use data to drive insights for us to design better products. Products means search, photo, video, and messenger, all different products. I'm also involved to design our artificial intelligence infrastructure platform so that we can design a lot of algorithm so that we can make our products better. So that's me.
Fantastic. Very impressive and appreciate it. Thank you and great to have you. So let's start with our first startup. Stephanie, who is going first?
First, we have Grant Poly Innovators.
Stephanie?
Who is this speaker? Okay, Ayudash came.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, you're projecting.
Yeah. So Ayudash, can you please share your screen or your camera also such that we see you? I appreciate that.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see your screen, but we don't see you. If you can turn on your camera also would be good.
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Rasana Eldash. I'm the leader of the Grant PolyUp startup. I present you the game library. You will be able to use it very soon. Gaming library, Grant PolyUp. About the team. Helicopter, the matching, It's possible to control the helicopter. It can move to the right, left, forward, backward, up, and down. The next slide. One of the most important parts of the gaming library, car.
Just use the screen.
Can move to the right, left. And the next slide, car 2. Another car from the gaming library. This car is able to move. Creates a trajectory as it moves. The next slide. Motorcycle. One minute. Okay. One of the most important parts of the game library, the motorcycle is able to move and drive the trajectory. Next slide, balls, basketball and soccer ball. Basketball, and the soccer ball. The balls are motionless. The next slides. Arrow. This arrows is the green lights up. It will be both green and red in the game library. The library parts are present will soon be available to everyone. I also made a video about the game library. It was shared on my YouTube channel, Mass Academy, and PolyUp YouTube channel. I even managed to get more than 1,300 views on PolyUp YouTube channel in short time, and it is still growing steadily. I also shared this video on Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp. I showed the video. And
We don't hear the sound.
can you hear me?
Yeah, the sound doesn't come out. It's okay, Alidash. The sound of your video doesn't come up. You put the link, we'll all watch it.
Okay. Thanks
Okay.
to everyone.
Thank you very much. It is very
Okay.
impressive. I have a couple of questions. Alidash, is this right time to ask questions, Abir?
Yes, go ahead, please.
It is very impressive. Very nice design of the little gaming gadgets. I can see helicopter, a different type of cars and motorcycle, and even the traffic arrows. And the question: how many members in your team?
5.
5 people in the team. When
Yeah.
you design all these gaming gadgets, what is the reason you design these several different types? See, for example, have you considered why not train be designed or truck to be designed? Why helicopter, cars, a motorcycle, and arrows? Can you hear me okay? Alidash?
Alidash, did you hear the question?
Internet connection problem.
No problem, Alidash. So they're asking why you're thinking about those specific objects and not like a train or other objects. How do you choose what objects you design in your startup? Yeah. So let me explain a couple of things, Bill. I want you to know that something amazing is happening. Alidash, is from Azerbaijan, and they learn to talk to English actually through this process, and is extremely hard. And now they're presenting in English.
Wow. Okay.
So that's amazing. Now processing real time when you ask question and they answer is much harder, correct?
I see.
So,
I can totally understand.
And then the internet is not in good shape. But Alidash, these are very impressive. The only thing you jumped over is who are your team member? What country are they? How old are you and how old are them? Can you just introduce yourself and your company teams? From what country are they?
Rwanda, India, and Azerbaijan.
Fantastic. And how old
team
are
members' name: Kavya, Smujar, Muhammad, Ruchika, Akshara, and me.
Fantastic. And how old are you?
15, 16.
Okay. Fantastic.
14.
And 14. Very good. That's
very,
great.
very impressive. Very impressive.
Very impressive. That was great. So the other thing that might not be as clear, Bill, is the startups that make these libraries, the libraries become, they are doing something that large companies do, like Enphase does. Now they're doing their own library. And Alidash, what environment do you design the 3D in? What's it called? Okay, so you're using Blender, correct? If I remember correctly, you're using Blender.
No, PolyUp.com.
What is it called?
PolyUp.com?
Yeah, the internet gets disconnected. So some of the kids are doing it in Blender, some of them doing others. So, any 3D environment that they're comfortable with, they can use, and that become the environment that they're using here. And they bring it in, and then the other kids can purchase those. So Aliodash's companies have revenue from this, and they're growing.
I see.
I made them on PolyUp.com.
Oh, okay. there is a, so this is more advanced, I think. There is an internal format of 3D. I think they're using that. I didn't know that.
The library part I present will soon be able to everyone.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's very.
That's really
Thank
great.
you.
I'm very impressed. And so you assembled players from all around the world, from different countries, and you overcome the language barrier, and you design all this very nice gaming library with very fantastic objects. Congrats! It's very fantastic. Good job.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks a lot. Stephanie, who is the next company?
Next, we have the super capable team. Ava, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so send a load. Okay, we are SCT, and our goal is to simulate humanity. Our team consists of people from 2nd grade to 9th grade, and people from both Azerbaijan and multiple states in the US. So currently we have 2 products, and I think this picture sums them up pretty well. So we have one, which is about a library very similar to Al Yudash. It's a library that sets up a scene in PolyUp, except this library is a character library. So you can make customizable avatars with this library, and then you can create anything that has to do with a human interaction, a human story, or anything like that. And then we have a second product, which is about a GSV bootcamp and workshop. So I'll explain that more later in our presentation, but basically what it is we're partnering with both GSV and PolyUp to make a bootcamp about innovation. Okay, so here's some examples of parts from the character library, and I'll actually show what we can create with them in a second. So we have different types of hair, we have eyes, we have hats, we have mustaches, and we just have the basic head as well. So now I'll show a few of the machines you can create with these parts. So for example, you can create a dance move like this, or you can create something like this, which is stationary. This picture right here would be stationary, or you can create a person, for example, knocking on a door. And you can even create something that does something on command. So if I press a specific button, this guy over here will walk. So these are some of the basic things you can do with the parts that we have, but you can do many other things and many other motions as well. These are just some that are very basic, and the reason we made them so basic is to prove a point that these can be made very easily. So I have made many of these in under, I believe it was like around 5 minutes. And that is the beauty of these parts, because you can actually move them and bring them to life with only 2 things, math and maybe a little bit of time. So over here, it's basically an example of just how easy it is to do these. So I'm going to just show quickly how you actually make these movements. So over here is some if statements and basic math that you learn in school, and you can apply this to these parts and make them and bring them to life. And that's what differentiates these parts from any other app or service or software. For example, let's say in Roblox, I'm pretty sure you've heard of that. So basically in Roblox, there are these different characters that you can customize, make them avatars, and you can also make a bunch of games and things like that. But these characters are customizable, and you can create a new thing with anything you would like, anything you imagine, only with math. So for things like Roblox, you at least need to know a basic level of coding, and that's all the beauty of this. You can just math. Okay, so now I'll move back to the presentation.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So we also make revenue off these parts. So the reason we make these parts is that they actually they're kind of like a scalable resource. They stay on, because they're online, they stay on PolyUp for pretty much forever, and people can buy these parts infinitely. Like, we have an infinite stock of these parts because they're online. So despite the time it takes to make these parts, we actually make these parts off in amount of polycoins and revenue we get off it. And polycoins, if you didn't know, are basically just the economy, the money source in PolyUp. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the GSV bootcamp, and I'm going to show exactly what's going to happen in the next few years when it comes to this bootcamp, especially. So new students usually join in the fall for PolyUp, and they learn and create. Then in the winter they would join startups, and then in the spring is specifically where we're going to do this bootcamp I was talking about, this innovation bootcamp, and we are partnering with both GSV and PolyUp on this. And then in the summer they will use what they've learned here to innovate and make some product designs. And over here, these last two lines are about what will happen in the next few years and how new students will become startup founders and even fundable startups in the last stage. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to what exactly we're going to be learning in the GSV bootcamp and what topics there are. So I believe there's six topics, and basically one of them is the magic of thinking big. It's about kind of the mindset of an entrepreneur, and the correlation that we can use to the innovation hub, which is what everyone in this meeting is in right now, is SDGs, which are basically sustainable development goals that you can create using PolyUp's tools or even anything outside. And are the dogs eating the dog food? Launching your minimal viable product. In this, you can use virtual prototyping and simulation to show your minimal viable product. Skinning the cat, business models and growth. This is just basically making a business model, people power, team and culture, assembling a good global team, and then show me the money, finance and stakeholders, making polycoins revenue, turning your silver tongue into gold. It's pitching your startup. And here's the components of a strong pitch. Basically a big idea, a product market fit, a business model, revenue, and team. And here's the current innovation hub structure that we're using right now for all these pitches. So it has each of those elements in each of the pitches, and then right after we have a Q&A with the speaker. And here's what we're trying to do for the GSV bootcamp structure. So each week we will focus on a different element of these of a pitch. So the first element we would put in the first week, and then after that, the speaker in the GSV bootcamp will have a Q&A about that specific part of a pitch. And we will move on to each different part of the pitch until the last week, which will be just about pitching itself, in which we'll have all the different parts of pitching, and it will just be a good finish off for the entire bootcamp. So now I'm going to show the business model we have. So for our first product, we sell our library parts in exchange for revenue, which I said earlier. And for our second product for the GSV bootcamp, we actually earn referral fees off this GSV bootcamp when people come to PolyUp because of it. And not only do we earn these referral fees in polycoins, we also get more customers, because the more people come to PolyUp, the more customers we have to sell these library parts to. So although these library parts can be sold to pretty much anyone in the world who needs to animate some human interaction, the problem is it's used on PolyUp. So we need people on PolyUp to have customers to sell it to, because it's a PolyUp. PolyUp is basically the hardware of this. So we also have basically a marketing funnel. So it's how we're going to be marketing both those two products. And basically here's what's going to happen. So first we're going to post, and the people who are seeing the post, and we're going to try to get them to click on that post, and we're going to make the post as good as possible so they join PolyUp. And if they join PolyUp and are enthralled by it, they can earn 500 polycoins by doing machines, creating machines, things like that. And then when people earn 500 polycoins, the company that brought them in will actually be getting 500 polycoins themselves. And then after that, once they're fully in PolyUp, we actually have a new customer to sell our character library parts to. And here are the two places where we'll post. So we have YouTube, which will post videos, mainly shorts, but we also would love to put some long videos on there too for people who have been captivated by the shorts. They can come and watch the long videos as well. And we'll use Instagram to post pictures and things like that. And the reason we didn't put shorts on Instagram as well is because we believe that YouTube is a little bit more well known for videos, and that is the main reason we decided to put Instagram only for pictures. And that's it for our presentation. Thank you.
It is mind-blowing. This is really, really good. I think from the end to end, starting from design, all the libraries, how to use them, who can use them, how to use the basic component in the library, and build up the higher level motion and more complicated objects. You also describe all the bootcamp, how to get students into the bootcamp, and how to do the pitch in the bootcamp, and that bootcamp become very self-sustainable community. Then back to the your business model. You also have the how to earn Polycoin, and how to do the marketing, why you select YouTube and why you select Instagram. And you also have the very accurate evaluation on which platform, marketing platform, is better for what. And it's just mind-blowing. It's very, very complete and very, very great. Really love it.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Very good. Thank you. Let's go next company.
Next, we have Samurai Velocity.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Jagan. I'm a 7th grade student from India, and I'm sure you have thought of this question that climate change is impossible to solve. Luckily, we have a magical plant in your backyard that can solve this problem. Before I tell you that magical plant, let me introduce you to our team. Our team's name is Samurai Velocity, and we have team members from India, Kenya, New Zealand, Nigeria, and Rwanda. Our main goal is to save humanity while conserving nature, just like real samurais. We also focus on solving the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. And you can know more about our team on our website. Now, let me go back to that magical plant. And that magical plant is bamboo. Yes, bamboo. But why bamboo? Bamboo is the fastest growing plant in the world, and its seeds are extremely cheap, just 20 cents per seed, and it adapts to whatever type of climate it is in, and it can withstand even drought. Right now, one of the main sources of CO2 is burning of fossil fuels like coal. This graph clearly shows a spike in carbon emissions. And if we do not act quick, millions of people could die, potentially a big threat to our Earth. So our solution is to convert these coal power plants to bamboo biomass plants. Let me show you the animation and simulation of this product.
How to make my machine in.
So you can see this is the animation. A solar drone plants bamboo in the coal collection area. That is the place where coal is stored. And then this bamboo is harvested by a solar tractor, and then it is stored in this facility. Now, since coal is just compressed biomass, normal biomass should also work. And then this bamboo is used in the electricity generation process and is converted to electricity. Now in this coal yard, half of the bamboo is used for electricity generation, but it has a carbon neutral impact because the amount of CO2 bamboo is absorbing is released again when you burn it for electricity generation. So it has a carbon neutral impact. The other half of this coal yard, this bamboo plantation, will be used to make things like soil, compost, limestone, etc., where the CO2 is locked in the product. so that we can ensure durable sequestration. And now let me show you this simulation, which shows a number of details, as you can see here. Now this is the details of a 4,000 megawatt power plant after converting it into a bamboo biomass plant. It has 250 acres of coal yard, that is the place where coal is stored. So in that place, if we plant bamboo, we are able to sequester 9.4 million tons of CO2 in 1 year. And we are also able to generate a profit of more than $500,000. Now let me get back to the presentation. We have a business follow for this idea. The first phase is prepare all the parts required. Then we'll transition. Then, as I told you before, we will sequester. That is, half of the bamboo is going to be sent to other companies so that they can use it for products like wood, limestone, soil, etc., where the CO2 is locked in it. And now this profit we earn is used to convert a new coal power plant. So it ends in a positive feedback loop. Some of this profit will be used to plant bamboo palm, because during electricity generation, some other gases like carbon monoxide are generated, which is also harmful. And to be 100% eco-friendly, we are also going to be planting this bamboo palm. You might be thinking, why should one person change their coal power plant into a bamboo biomass plant? First of all, it's obviously good for the planet. But second, there is also a coal crisis and a global coal shortage. There is too much demand and too less supply of coal. So there is an energy crisis and not enough coal. So they have to switch anyway. Moreover, it's absolutely free and the owners get a share of the profits as well. You might be thinking, if there are so many advantages, then why has this not been done before? Well, it's because bamboo is less efficient than coal. It is 1.5 times less efficient. And we have a solution to this problem, and that is to pulverize or convert this bamboo logs into fine dust, as you can see here, using an inbuilt coal pulverizer. If you want to construct a new bamboo biomass plant, then you have to buy heavy equipment like this pulverizer. But luckily, we already have this equipment in the coal power plant, and so we are able to reuse it to make it even more efficient. By pulverizing it, we can get the efficiency to be close to that of coal. Now we have finalized the idea and we are right now on our marketing phase. Our marketing strategy is a 30-second inspirational video in the form of a story. So now let me show you this video here. 1 second, I'll share with the audio. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay. Coal plants are killing our planet. We need your help to join our global team and help us convert them to bamboo biomass plants. Will we have a story to tell, or will the skeletons tell our story? As you can see, this video had a sense of inspiration and a love for protecting nature. We hope that this video, by seeing this video, more people get inspired to join our team. The plan we have for this video, the goal we have is that we post this video in as ads in platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and they look at the video and they get inspired and think that anyone can change the world. And so they join our team. By joining our team, we get polycoins, and also they give us more feedback to make our solution better. And these polycoins will soon be turned into real dollars. And these dollars, we plan to use it to turn our idea into a reality. So this is the final goal of our project. And currently our video is increasing rapidly in views. This is a screenshot from the YouTube analytics page, and you can see it's more than the usual number of views, and it's steadily increasing. So we hope that soon it explodes in popularity and maybe gets 1 million views as well. Now we will be showing this video in the form of meta ads, and we have one idea to make the brand image of the Meta company even better while also showing our ads. Before that, let me show you this quote. I'm sure you've heard of this quote, that innovation is the only way to win. This is a famous quote said by Steve Jobs. And polycoins in PolyUp help to accelerate innovation. So Polycoins is a learning currency that you can earn by learning and sharing knowledge. But one thing that is very important is that by sharing knowledge, by bringing more people into PolyUp and helping to share knowledge, we get Polycoins. So our plan is that we use Polycoins as meta ads, and this causes more people to look at the ad, get inspired, and join PolyUp. Now, as they join PolyUp, the Polycoins increase, and we'll trade Polycoins for more ads. This results in a positive feedback loop once again. And also, this improves Facebook brand image and gives them more revenue. Now, I'm going to tell you why should Facebook allow to trade ads, Polycoins for ads, because it improves their brand image. So the Polycoins, it's showing how many people have joined PolyUp and the measure of learning. It is a learning currency after all, so it shows how much they have learned. Now Facebook can use that number and tell that they have educated millions of students to help accelerate innovation and solve global problems like the one I just showed you to help save the world. This will improve the brand image of Facebook, and it will bring them also more customers and revenue. I hope you like our solution, and thanks for listening.
That is so good. That is so good. The very big, there's a few uniqueness for your presentation jargon. I really love it. Obviously, I think you designed very sophisticated, like factory, all this animation using PolyUp. I think that's really the most sophisticated animation I've seen. That's very unique. Congrats. And also the goal for your startup is very, very big. It's not only for making a profitable company, which is very important, but it wants to make the entire world better, the entire Earth a better space for everybody to live in. Very grand vision. That's very unique. And also another one very uniqueness is through the process, you're making win for everybody, right? Making the world better, making PolyUp better, making your company better, making a lot of people join your company also better, then making even the advertiser company. You mentioned Instagram, Facebook. Well, you know what? I convert Polycom into Facebook ads. Accept my Polycom. I'm accepting Polycom to on Instagram, on Facebook. Then by running my ads, not only your company get more popular, but also Facebook can become popular brands, right? So that's because this very positive impact to everybody. That's really good. I really love it. Good job.
Thank you very much. I think it's because that luckily we have got a situation where there are so many win-wins. There's a coal crisis, so it's a win-win for our solution. And right now we also have an opportunity to make Facebook brand image better. That is another win-win opportunity.
Yeah.
And the ones you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Jogan. That was amazing and great. Also want to just mention one thing, the amazing video that they made, the animation actually has been using the libraries of the other companies that they made to make that animation. So there is a very interesting ecosystem that they have managed to create, that they help each other to succeed. So that's great. That's fantastic. So how about we go and, let's, because the time is going over. So let's have Bill, how about you give some general understanding and overview, if you can guide them for 5-10 minutes, that would be great. And then we go back to QA.
Yeah. I think I think all the three presentations are fantastic. Different three presentation focus on different area. The gaming library is providing a basic library for other PolyUp users can leverage the library very quickly. So that contribute to the PolyUp community. Then the second startup, which is creating a lot of like later components, the mustache, the eyes, different components, which also very basic. Many different other PolyUp users will get benefits. So that's also very useful and can become very popular. The last one, as mentioned, it just has many different uniqueness, and makes the entire world very positive, and it also make every single party very big winners. Right? Very, very good.
Fantastic. And one question that Bill is very important, because they're getting to the point that they have their products, and the ones that are second year, they're focusing on a marketing. What advices do you have for them to kind of make it more toward measuring the performance? What should they think about to understand if an ad or outreach works or not?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Amir. I think every single presentation, I think the speaker mentioned, hey, you know what? In order for our products to be better understood and better used, and every single presentation has certain marketing strategy. And in order to do marketing, the marketing is very, very interesting area. Do the marketing, our goal is to make our products more popular, better accepted, and can get better revenue. There's two major functions for the two major aspects to consider for the marketing. One is, of course, we want to get more revenue. We want to get more users. We want more revenues, right? That's on the revenue fronts. For these fronts, there also has two different aspects. One is the short-term revenue increase. One is longer-term revenue increase. So, in order to measure the effectiveness.
I need to ask you one question, please.
Sorry. So, can you please type your question, and then I'll ask you to come on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 more minutes, and we get to the
Don't worry.
question.
Yeah.
So the revenue part is one metric for marketing, short-term and longer-term. Short-term is just, hey, you know what? In the next several months, how many people register, how many people buy my stuff, how many people pay my products, so I get revenue. So that's the short-term revenue measurement. Another one is, hey, maybe user is not pay me in the short term, but user learn about it, then in the future, when they are ready, they can do this, right? So the revenue parts, so let's think about the longer term, not only focus on the short term, but also focus the longer term on the revenue fronts. That's one measurement. Another measurement, of course, is cost. When you do the marketing, you can get more revenue, but if the cost is very high, then that's not very good, right? So, for example, you do the marketing. If there's like soccer World Cup final, all the world are watching this game. They say, hey, you know what? I really want to get more revenue, but I run one ads in that final game, in the halftime. Yeah, you may get a lot of people love your products, and want to know this, and you get some revenues, but the cost is very high. So the cost is getting out of control. Then eventually profit got sacrificed. So another measurement to think about marketing is on the cost. But the good thing is, when I see our presenters, a lot of you are thinking about the social media, like YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, to do the marketing work. Then this social media, as a matter of fact, can give you a lot of feedback on if your marketing, your ads, has how many people watch it for how long, and that people click, and after people click, that people eventually register PolyUp and paid Polycoin and buy your products. There's not many different metrics you can pay attention, right? So that's it.
Okay, fantastic. That was very illuminating. I appreciate that. So let's now switch to the last piece. Sorry, we're after 10. Is that okay to have like 5-10 minutes of QA? Is that okay, Bill?
Yeah, I have about maybe 5 more minutes.
Okay, 5 more minutes. So we'll do that. I appreciate that. So let's have Dylan. Can you go ahead, please, and unmute and show your video also, please. Go ahead.
All right. I cannot show my video at this time, but
don't worry. Go ahead.
So Meta is a place that people can socialize in, right? Well, is there any way we can add the 3D machines we made into Metaverse?
Yeah, it is very possible. So it's 3D machine made in PolyUp using whatever the platform to make all these 3D objects. So that's one set of objects. Then on Metaverse, they also have a number of 3D objects. So in order for these two set of objects to be interchangeable, right? So then there's an intermediate interface that needs to be developed. So your interface can take in PolyUp 3D objects, then understand it, then convert the objects into Metaverse. So that interface, some engineer can develop. That's one method. The second method is eventually, hopefully for the entire world, there's just one common standards for all different companies to leverage on to develop 3D objects. If that's the case, everybody using one standard to develop these 3D objects, then no matter how these 3D objects can be developed by different company, they can all be interchangeable, right? So we're not there yet, but there are different ways to make this happen.
Fantastic, thank you. And Dylan, can you tell what grade and what country are you from?
I am in 8th grade and I am in the US.
Okay, fantastic, thank you. So let's go next. Let's go Aisha, go ahead, please. And introduce yourself, please.
I'm Asha from Azerbaijan, and I'm the CEO of Technological Futures Startup. Also, I'm 8th grade student. My question is, can Metaverse take the place of the internet?
So Asha, your English is really good. You're coming from Azerbaijan. Did you learn the English at school? Or you just learning after when you grew up?
Actually, PolyUp Innovation Hub many benefits for me, and I can improve my English.
That's really good to learn. That's really good to know. Now back to your question. Will Metaverse take over the entire world? I don't think that's number one. I don't think that's necessary. And also, I don't think it will. So Metaverse goal is provide the AI, augmented reality, and virtual reality powered the people's world, right? So we have a reality, we have the real world everybody lives in. We all, like right now, are socializing. Hopefully we can meet, everybody can meet. we can meet and interact in the real world. That's the primary world we want to stay in. So that's our real world. We really love this real world. We want to keep this real world. But however, in many occasions, say for example, right now, you are in Azerbaijan and I'm in Silicon Valley, United States. So if we are friends, then, well, we can make a phone call. That's fine. We can talk to each other using voice. We can have a Zoom meeting. I can see you, you can see me, right? But this kind of interaction still feels certain kind of distance. It's not very close. Still feels certain kind of distance. So Metaverse wants to create an environment. So I can wear some glasses, you can wear some glasses. Then in this virtual environment, it's where we can interact as if we're really physically close, right? Sometimes we can even have coffee together. I can just say, hey, you are just by that side of the table. So that's the goal Metaverse wants to produce. The real world still exists. People still primarily live in the real world. But when we have physical distance right around the world, then hopefully the AR, VR augmented reality can really connect people in a much better way. So I think they will be mutually exist. They will help. It is more complementary instead of one take another.
This is really fantastic. Thanks for answer.
Thank you, Asha.
Great, fantastic. Thank you, Faris. You go ahead, please.
Hello, my name is Faris. I'm from Palestine and I'm a sixth grader student. Can you become an advisor to the Innovation Hub?
I think I'm partially the advisor already. That's why I'm right now talking to you here. So you can if you have any other questions in the future, and feel free to let Amir know and get contact with me. I'd love to give you suggestions, answer questions, and we can have talk.
Thanks very much.
Fantastic. That was very good. Thank you. Jogan, maybe last one. Jogan, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I had a question. What do you think about AI taking over the world? Many people say that AI is going to take over the world and it's going to outsmart humans. So what do you think about that? Is that true or just false?
Yeah, I don't think AI will take the world. That's not going to happen. But AI, if not controlled really well, it can do certain harm to the world. That's for sure. See, for example, AI now has been really advanced. It can produce articles. It can produce photos. They can even produce videos, and everything they can do the drawing, painting. So when they produce articles, when they produce the video and photos, these article, photo, and videos are so real, you cannot differentiate that's the real produced by people or that's real produced by AI, right? But AI, if not controlled very well, the article it write, it can be many different fake articles, right? You can say, the AI can say, hey, you know what? There are now 100 COVID-19 variant. Is that true? Well, that may be not true. But it can just produce many different articles and send to many different people. So that feels like very true because people read articles, it's so real, feels like reading by a very professional journalist, right? So that's just one example. AI can produce harm to the world. So the question we should answer is how can we create good regulation right now when the harm is not very widespread yet? So we can put regulation so AI researchers, AI engineers can follow these regulations so that AI can never generate too much harms, right? So long story short, I don't think AI will take over the world, but AI can definitely produce a lot of harms. We need regulation to prevent this. Very good question though, Jürgen.
Thanks. I have another question. So could you help us find the right person to get the Polycoin to ads proposal to be actually possible?
You mean on a Meta platform?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Amir and I were talking on this. So your thoughts is great, and Amir and I have been socially talking about the possibility already. So we're working on this.
oh, okay. Thank you very much.
So Jogan, when it gets to the point to discuss, maybe you guys, one of you as a representative of Innovation Hub can be in that meeting to discuss, you know.
So that needs very good business pitch, right? So, hey, you know what, how the PolyUp Polycorn can improve Facebook Meta platform brand. So that can be a very good pitch, right?
Yeah. So if Jogan, you and other companies, you know, all the CEOs talk to each other, refine your proposal to make it better, such that then we discuss with Bill and find the right contact, is getting better and better. But work on it, okay? Is a fantastic idea. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Very good. So Bill, there are more questions, but let's stop here. I know it's late in the Saturday. Again, I highly appreciate it from all of us in the Innovation Hub. It was amazing, and kids learn a lot. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for the time, and also the helps that you're providing to them.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you, PolyUp, and thank you all the presenters.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day. I'll continue with them. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you, Amir.
Thanks.